Well, you probably can't see it, but we're doing our Denali driving trip. There's a big bull moose up there in the fields. Some good sized antlers. Just roaming around beating himself. He's pretty gigantic through the binoculars, but I don't think the GoPro is really going to pick him up.
Third moose of the day?
Yeah, third moose already this morning. So, got that. And this kind of view, it's a little cold this morning, but cloudy, still spectacular. So, we got a long way to go. Looking back towards the park entrance, I don't know what peak that is on our left, but that's the Savage River. And yeah, I don't know the geography, so I'm going to be a terrible narrator, but hopefully the views make up for it. Now, we haven't even gone a mile yet, so very, very impressive. Try to pan slow enough. Is that a magpie? No. It's very talkative. You see him? All right. Who knows? Sanctuary River. This side looks pretty clear. The other side is all glacial melt color. There's a constant parade of buses through here. Someone's getting sneaky pictures back there. Water on this side is super clear. Yeah, I don't know if you can quite see it, but the bigger fork of this river has that milky glacial runoff color. A little chilly today. It's August and it's just above freezing. River. Another valley in Denali. Stop to take more pictures. I'm gonna search some of the flat area out there, see if we can't find more moose. Oh, the tracks? Probably moose. They look hoofed. Little ponds are all over the place on the side of the road. It's starting to rain a little harder, so it's not quite as reflective, but some of them are just like mirrors. All the wind comes from the south side of the mountains, and the south sides are snowy, even though that's the side that faces the sun. But by the time it pushes up and over, it's pretty well spent, so most of the north sides are barren and don't get as much rain. Seems like it gets plenty of rain here, though. Another little roadside pond. And on the other side, spectacular. I think we've reached our turning around point, though. Starting to see the buses coming back. Well, he was brave for a second. Felt leaf willow, that's what most of the things are on the side of the road. They're really thick. They only look like they're clear, they're really not. Some cinquefoil, white spruce, dwarf birch. Teclinica River. Well, we spent a little time here. Just a little wet. Don't call to him.
You what?
I thought you were afraid of the bears.
I'm afraid.
It's really beautiful here. If you ever get a chance to visit, you should do it. Right, almost guaranteed this is not going to come through, but right in the middle of the frame, framed by those close trees, is a giant bull moose. He's pretty much side on right now and giving us some good antler shots, but he is huge. So now we're up to 5 moose, caribou with another set of spectacular antlers, and a little tiny field mouse, aside from all the birds. All right, well, we finally got some actual direction on where the mountains are. Straight out there, but they're up in the clouds. Cannot see pretty much anything of it. We got this massive one behind us. Not sure what that is. There's no sign of what it is, but that mountain definitely continues well up into the clouds above the snow line. I don't know if that's coming through at all. Might have to hit it this way. Savage River. We're going to go on a short hike down and around the loop. Not very savage right now. Flow's pretty low. But it's supposed to be an easy hike, which is good because we just pigged out. And I'm ready for something pretty easy. In the Highlands. I mean, we are in the Highlands. That's a pretty inane comment. But I meant the Scottish Highlands. This looks a lot like a lot of the movies. Which is really pretty. But I forgot my kilt, and I could see why they'd be grumpy a lot of the times if all they were wearing was a kilt, because it's cold and it's summertime, so definitely colder most of the year, but still beautiful. Saw another moose on our way out here. So we got the full Rocky experience today. We saw moose and squirrel, just not together. A little bit further along the Savage River Trail. Back towards the road in. Clouds are lifting a little bit. Not nearly high enough. They're probably around 10,000 feet. And Denali itself is 20,000. A lot of the peaks around it are 14 to 16. So those are still pretty well obscured. Doesn't take away from the beauty at all. Kind of curious what you can see when this valley opens up, if it opens up at all. I'm just going to stop talking and let the views speak for themselves. Oh, not much. Just more valley. Kind of a eagle-looking rock right above us. Pretty cool. The rock formations around here are really beautiful. The texture of the rocks, the colors, the intermixing. I'm sure there's a better term for that. But of the different types, like here's a good example. You've got the gray granite type rock. You've got whatever this is, which almost looks like crystal intermixed, and then back to the granite on the other side. So I have no idea what those rocks actually are or how they get to be that way, but it makes for some really cool looking colors. And we just passed a spot where they were all kind of ground together and mixed in together, and it's a real silvery, shiny powder almost. That's getting there, but the colors are really, I don't know, they're the kind I really like. So I'm not going to try to describe them because it's a little hard, other than kind of a light silver shine to them. Gray, silverish gray, I guess. But all over, every rock we've seen up in, I guess, this northern part of Alaska has been mostly that. At least when we're up in the river valleys and up in the mountains. Soaking in all the views and all the beauty. We found a brave little ground squirrel. He just came running up to within a couple feet of us. Probably looking for food, although he certainly does not look like he's starving. He's just eating grass. Hi. Oh, too close. We made it around the Savage River Loop, and this is the north side, although also the upstream side of the, south side, but also the upstream side of the river. A lot of cute little furry ground squirrels, some birds, not much else. It's too steep, I think, and too populated with humans. Too much traffic. But imagine if you sit here and wait long enough, you'd see something come down to either cross or maybe fish. Don't know if there's trout or other types of fish in here. Definitely not salmon, it's way too far up. Probably a lot of wildlife out there. A lot of beauty. Keep saying that. I need to come up with some other way to describe it, but I'm at a loss for words. Now we're on the Mountain Vista Trail, which normally gives a pretty good view of Denali. Well, I wouldn't say normally. It gives you a really good view of Denali right over that hill when it's not covered by clouds, which apparently is pretty rare. But it's still beautiful. We're going to clomp down to the river down below here. But this entire valley is got great views in all directions, with or without the clouds. Now they've pulled back a little bit. We've got some blue sky, but this sky is not blue at all. I'm excited. This will probably be my last one for the day. Down by a whole different part of the Savage River, where two of them come together. I don't know if you can see the drastic color difference between the two. One just comes out of the foothills, the other comes out of the mountains, and one's really clear, the other one's very milky. Just yet another wonderful day in Alaska. colors on that hill up there are really spectacular. The greens in the valleys are very bright, and you get some almost turquoise and browns blending up into the top of the ridge. You can see the bottom of a mighty mountain that goes up into the clouds at the end of that valley. Denali mountain itself is still covered by clouds, but it's not detracting from all the other views here.